you, right in the front of the road. Right under the...
Right underneath the office.
The office.
Top row. Top row, right in the middle.
Top row, right in the middle. You got it back.
Please remove any hats and remain standing for the national anthem sung by Jeremiah Boyko and the alma mater sung by Kyle Altrop, Jeremiah Boyko, Gabrielle Dixon, Katie Huntley, Lauren Jones, and Elizabeth Welch.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early lights what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, blue's bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Though days may bring some treasured memories true, our hearts and minds will always be with you. And as the years go swiftly guiding by, still you shall be our own Mount Markham high, our alma mater. We honor and praise you, cherish forever the white, gold, and blue.
Graduates, please be seated. I would like to welcome all of you to the graduation commencement for the class of 2022. I also would like to welcome our distinguished faculty and administration. I'd like to begin the program by introducing the members of the Board of Education and our Superintendent of Schools. Please hold your applause until everybody has been introduced. Ms. Cynthia Miller, President. Mr. James Kalzak, Vice President. Mr. Thomas Huxtable, Ms. Jennifer Main, Mr. Philip Kassler, Mr. Scott Clark, Mr. Robert Cross, and Mr. Joseph DePeace, Superintendent of Schools. I would like to recognize this year's district retirees who provided many, many years of service to this district. If you're in the audience, please stand for recognition as I read your name. Mrs. Dawn Yerke, 30 years. Mrs. Jane Flanagan, 36 years. Mrs. Elaine Ohia, 29 years. Mr. Henry Weiss, 13 years. Mrs. Belva Lentz, 28 years. Mr. Paul Lentz, 14 years. Mr. William Samaka, 58 years. Mr. Tom Goodnow, 25 years. Mrs. Tammy Goodnow, 27 years. Miss Helen Christian, 49 years. Mrs. Colleen Fitch, 30 years. Mrs. Lori Yeager, 25 years. Thank you for all your years of service to our school district. You will be greatly missed. At this time, please welcome the Salutatorian of the class of 2022, Sarah Thayer, with her address to the class.
This is the long-awaited day we have all been waiting for. But I remember when we all started. When we started having fun, coming together as a class community, bit by bit and little by little, and dreaming the dreams that would lead us to this day and the rest of our lives. Thus, it seemed sensible to give some advice for our future based on these memories. First, I remember the fun times we had together from elementary school, where we played with the parachute in gym classes, to the middle school, where we competed in their mini-Olympics, to the homecoming hall decorating in the high school, and much more. We all have these memories, and many look back at them and smile. I know I do. It is amazing to think of how we've grown and broadened our horizons. We may have just been having fun, but this fun encouraged us to enjoy each other's company, to the point where we will miss one another whenever joyous moments happen in our lives. This is a special form of unity, the creation of a family. We should continue to care for each other and not fear making new friends, because families naturally grow like trees. This transition, where we all take our leave of this place, like seeds in the wind, leaving the branches which originally united us, should not solely bring us sadness from the loss of connections, but also offer us a new chance to grow our family to include more of society. Though don't be afraid, because this humble beginning has prepared us for this future growth. Second, speaking of our future growth, we should all continue to follow our dreams, for the future belongs to those that cherish and chase their dreams. Our dreams are our goals for the future, and for many, they are going to change over time. This is evident in the poster we made in 4th grade, where many of the listings are a tad fanciful. This makes sense, because after all, the ideas were thought up by children, who had little clue of what they really should strive for yet, and had a lot of energy. We should thus not fear when our dreams change, and we do not know what we wish to strive for next. Because at the beginning of our journeys, they were different, and they have changed, and we have carried on just fine. With this advice, to continue our familial growth and to follow our dreams, congratulations, my fellow graduates. We are beginning a new chapter in which we can continue to chase our dreams. Best of luck to you all.
I would like to take some time to thank some individuals and groups who have worked very hard to make this evening a success. Chris Hard, George Gutsky, and the high school custodial staff, Keith Williams and the buildings and grounds crew, Craig Manderville and all the transportation department, Suzanne Culver and Sarah Robinson, our senior class advisors, Jeff Parrow, guidance counselor, Tracy Palmer, guidance secretary, Beth Wilson, high school secretary, the Stone Road Farm and Flower Shop, the West Winfield Rescue Squad, parents and friends, thank you. This year, the class of 2022 has chosen Miss Adria Bukowski as the guest speaker. At this time, please welcome Mrs. Adria Bukowski.
Good evening, Mr. DePeace, administration, faculty, staff, members of the Board of Education, family and friends of the graduates, students of the Mount Markham High School class of 2022. Thank you for the privilege of speaking to you this evening. I am honored and grateful. Class of 2022, your path to graduation stands out as one that has necessitated resiliency, overcoming new obstacles daily. You overcame these obstacles and challenges, as Mr. Zampetti has said, by being reasonable and flexible. Do not celebrate this graduation as an ending. Celebrate and embrace new challenges as you embark on this next stage of your lives. This day is always bittersweet for those of us who have been involved in your education. From the teacher who took in your nervous, big-eyed selves in their pre-kindergarten and kindergarten classrooms, to those of us on the other end who stood outside of our classroom doors waiting for you to make it into our rooms on time, or what you thought was on time. We have become accustomed to seeing you on a daily basis, and now, as you leave, we have the highest hopes that you will succeed and continue on this path of learning. This is our goal as teachers, to let you go, to see you excel, and to witness you fight the good fights and make us proud. As I wake up every morning, sometimes not too happy when it's 5:45, I know the day ahead is unpredictable. When I walk through the door of this building and am greeted by a student with a good morning and a smile, I know that this will be a great day. I hope for each of you that same joy. Find the career or vocation that will bring a smile to your face every day. Love the path you choose. Do not simply choose the path of least resistance. Locate that talent you have within and make it grow. Craft a legacy for yourself that is one of optimism and hope. Continually ask yourself, how do I want to be remembered? As you establish your life's goals, remember these words of a future graduate of the Mount Markham class of 2033. You are if you believe you are. You will hit stumbling blocks as you move through this life. You will come across people who know more than you, people that want to prove they are above you, and people who want to mentor you on your journey. Use all of these to your advantage. Learn from those you feel know more, and confront head-on the challenges that you face. Will your legacy include you as a contributing member of society? Don't sit idly by and let others make decisions that impact your life. Be vocal. Use your voice and be heard. But as I say this, understand I don't simply mean that you yell and holler for no good reason, but that you speak from a place of knowledge. Know your audience and be ready to counter what they have to say. Be respectful of those you oppose. They won't know what hit them. Don't always say the first thing that comes into your mind. Ignorance may appear to win the battles, but intelligence will always win the war. Live your life with integrity. Every one of you knows right from wrong. Sometimes the right decision is not always the easiest, but you know in your hearts when the decision you make is hurtful or unproductive. Don't live life this way. Regrets only hold you back. Hindsight changes nothing. All you can do is learn from the past and be a better person for it. Nothing brings me greater happiness than hearing of your spectacular accomplishments. Nothing brings me greater sadness than to hear that you have lost your way. We are here to help you on this journey. Everyone in attendance here tonight is here to support you. Ask for help when you need it, and offer assistance to those you see who are in need. So, class of 2022, I leave you my last words of wisdom, the last time I get to stand on my soapbox and share my advice with you. Be actively engaged citizens. As I have already stated, do not sit idly by and let others make decisions for you. Get out there and make yourself be heard. The easiest way to do this, and you know what I'm about to say, is vote. I know the majority of you are registered voters since I chased you down on your 18th birthdays and even mailed out your voter registration forms. It's true. If you choose to stay quiet and give up this right that many have fought and died for, then you will passively allow the world to play out in front of you. You have lost your right to criticize and complain. Be grateful to those who live their lives in service to this country and to their community. I want to take a moment to recognize those of you who are going into law enforcement and the military. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for choosing a path that will put you in harm's way on a daily basis for the sole purpose of protecting the rest of us. This is honorable and courageous of you. Challenge yourselves. Show appreciation to others who have helped you on your path. Say thank you. Say please. And the hardest of all, say I'm sorry when warranted. Realize good enough will never be good enough for true success. Learn something new every day and carry yourselves with pride and dignity. Never stop learning. There's always more out there to experience. Enjoy those moments of discovery and reflection. Congratulations, class of 2022. It has been my pleasure to teach you. It is now your time to shine. Thank you.
We would like to recognize our seniors who've earned college credits. College Now is a concurrent enrollment program offered through Herkimer College where students can earn college credits taught by high school teachers while also earning high school credits. The following students have earned at least one college credit through our College Now program. Will those of you who earned at least one college credit please stand?
All right.
College Connection is an MDC program which allows high school students the ability to earn college credits in addition to the courses they are taking in high school. These courses are taught by college professors. The following two students have participated in this program: Zoe Hoke and Amber Piersma. Please be seated. Next, we would like to recognize our Clark Scholarship winners. The Clark Foundation has been privileged to award scholarships since 1961. Recipients are chosen by the Clark Foundation Scholarship Committee on the basis of not only academic achievement, but also for their leadership, character, and loyalty to school and community. The Clark Foundation has awarded nearly $125 million to over 14,800 students over the past 60 years. The approximate award to this year's Mount Markham graduates from the Clark Foundation is $132,000. This represents awards of $2,900 to $8,000 for these 38 students. Please go out of your way to thank the Clark Foundation people in Cooperstown for their tremendous gift. As I read your name, please stand up. Please hold the applause until all the names are read. This year's recipients of the Clark Foundation scholarships are as follows: Delaney Beardsley, Jeremiah Boyko, Ani Carroll, Madison Clark, Laura Culver, Beata Curtis, Jacob Doms, Olivia DeKing, Enrico Denza Jr., Jordan Dietz, Gabrielle Dixon, Griffin Doyle, Samantha Doyle, Luke Edwards, Thomas Fallon, Harrison Fellows, Lillian Hogue, Zoe Hoke, Catherine Huntley, Laura Jones, Riley Jones, Emma Kashenda, Dylan McMahon, Alyssa Northrup, Emily Oliver, Hannah Bacola, Christopher Pickowitz, Amber Piersma, Jack Reed, Connor Roberts, Shauna Simmons, Olivia Stefan, Sarah Thayer, Madeline Washburn, John Walensky, Jeremiah Wood, Kestrel Zimpel. Congratulations on being awarded the Clark Scholarship. You may be seated. I would like to introduce you to the valedictorian of the class of 2022, Catherine Huntley.
Hello everyone, and thank you for coming tonight to celebrate the class of 2022 and our inductee, Mr. Todd Christian, to the Mount Markham Hall of Fame. To quote almost every graduation speech, we made it, so spread your wings and fly. That's the advice usually given by a student in the real world. I'm not here tonight to give advice, but rather share my unique experience at Mount Markham that the class of 2022 can relate to. March 13th, 2020, the last day of our sophomore year. It was the day when we found out that we would have 2 weeks off from school due to COVID-19. Little did we know that it would be the longest spring break in school history. While others were thrilled, I was devastated. The upcoming softball season, choir, the school musical that was supposed to show the next week, it was all canceled. The thought of hanging out with my friends, family, or grandparents suddenly became a challenge, something that I never thought possible. During the initial shock of COVID, I had such a negative outlook on life. I was focusing on the what-ifs and what could have beens, which only hindered my ability to enjoy the activities that my family was playing, such as cards, cornhole, and board games. After a week with this skewed perspective, I realized that we, as a society, were given the chance to slow down, take a break from our ever-changing busy lives, and appreciate what life has to offer. Every moment of your life, you have the opportunity to make the best out of even the worst circumstances. For the first time in a while, I had the opportunity to spend time with my family. Some days we spent a little too much time together, though. I wouldn't want to be isolated again and live through another lockdown. However, because of that experience, our return to school made it that much more special. I had a newfound appreciation for the little things in life. Building relationships with people, spending time with my family and friends, and creating a lifetime bond with them. That's really what matters in life. Time is precious. COVID has changed us all, but let it be for the better. Vivian Green once said, "Life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning how to dance in the rain." I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my parents for supporting me in everything I chose to pursue, for reassuring me that it's okay to make mistakes, and for always being there. Thank you to my brother Robert, my grandparents, and my family for being my biggest fans at any event over the past 12 years. Thank you to my teachers for all the extra time you put in to help me at one point or another. To my friends, teammates, and second family, thank you for the long-lasting memories, our runs at sectionals over the past 4 years, and of course, the many laughs. There seemed to never be a dull moment here at this school, with events going on such as Tractor Day, Spirit Weeks, outdoor movie nights, among many other things. In the elementary school, we had fun days at the end of each year. In middle school, we had fiestas and school dances. And finally, in high school, Mr. Johnson serenaded the whole school during homecoming with Sweet Caroline. Thank you to the faculty, community members, teachers, parents, board Board of Education, and administration for helping to make the best out of the situation we were all thrown into. Thank you for helping to make our senior year as normal as possible. We couldn't have done it without your continued support. If you take away nothing else from this speech, remember this. Smile often, live in the moment, and do the best that you can. That's all you can ever do. Best of luck to my fellow graduates. Thank you.
Mr. Todd Christian, class of 1988. During his time at Mount Markham High School, Todd was known for being an active and committed student, serving as class treasurer, participating in the off-campus program of excellence, and graduating third in his class. In college, Todd continued to strive for greatness and graduated from Hamilton College in 1992, magna cum laude, with a Bachelor of Arts in Biology. After college, Todd began his professional work in the clinical and medical research in the Department of Pathology and Laboratory Medicine at Albany Medical Center. In 2001, Todd became the Executive Director and General Manager of Becton Dickinson Biosciences and went on to work for various medical research and technology companies, including Alliant Technologies, Inc., where Todd has worked since 2009. Currently, Todd serves as the Vice President and General Manager of Alliance Cell Analysis Division. Todd's career has allowed him to travel not only the country but the world, focusing on advancing medical research and developing tools to help advance cancer diagnostics and treatment. At Alliant, Todd has built an organization through a series of acquisitions devoted to developing tools to help diagnose and treat various forms of immune system deficiencies and cancer. Recently, these tools have helped advance research on the SARS-CoV-2, the virus which causes COVID-19 infection, to help in the detection of the virus and the development of the vaccines. Today, Todd and his team's work continue to pioneer advances in immune cell and gene therapy development. Todd's colleagues also know him as a passionate individual, driven to always want to make a difference and continue learning. Todd is also known for his philanthropy. In the past, Todd has participated in the AIDS Life Cycle, a 7-day cycling tour from San Francisco to Los Angeles that raises funds for AIDS research. Also, while in California, Todd participated in an organization that collected and wrapped toys for children in need during Christmas. Todd has recently returned home to his roots and is also a member of our Mount Markham Central School District Foundation Board of Directors. We are honored to induct Todd Christian into the Hall of Fame.
Good evening, everyone. And Mr. DePease, Mr. Zampetti, thank you. Thank you for the nomination, and to the selection committee to be this year's inductee to the Mount Markham Hall of Fame. It is an honor. It's a privilege to be considered part of, I think, this remarkable group of individuals, of previous inductees, and hopefully many new inductees in the future. This is, I will say, this is not a place I ever thought I would be. 34 years ago, sitting right where you are, actually not right where you are, the stadium wasn't here then, but we were in the gym and it was raining, but as a shy and insecure kid, ready to start the next phase of your life, ready to start the next phase of my life, and not really knowing where that was going to take me. But I think, you know, it's just really important to go after that life with excitement and with courage. So I'm just going to spend a few minutes to help maybe provide a few examples of things that I've learned over my journey. Normally at work, I can talk for 45 minutes to an hour, so sit back, relax. Just kidding, just going to be a few minutes. There's a few things I just think are important to try to remember, and if you can only take one thing away that's meaningful or relevant to you, just try to remember that as you go in and go pursue your dreams. First, always be you and be true to yourself. It's not about a job. It's not about a career. It's really about what's the person that you want to be. Jobs are important. Careers are important. Those will come. But what's more important is the person that you want to be. What's the impact that you want to have? What kind of difference do you want to make? Take the time to figure that out. You know, that's not, it takes time to figure that out, and you'll make mistakes. But once you do, live those values. It won't always be easy, but I can assure you it will always be worth it. 2, find your passion. Figure out what excites you. Figure out what you love to do. I talk about this at work all the time in interviewing folks for roles. It's not about the role, it's not about the title, it's about what makes you happy. What are the things that you want to do? And really wake up in the morning and want to go to work. It might also not always be what you're naturally the best at. Interestingly, my career I've spent at the intersection of biology, engineering, math, business. And does anybody want to guess what my worst Regents exam grade was? Biology. Biology. And my major at Hamilton College was biology. But it was something that was intriguing and interesting and something that I wanted to learn more about. I love what I do because what we do matters. And it's not work when you love what you do. So spend the time to figure out what it is you love to do. 3rd, always remember that anything is possible. I am not a believer in impossibility or that things are not possible. This happens at work all the time. People will say, we can't do that. That's not possible. And it's important to just take a step back and turn that around and say, why not? Why can't we do this? What could it take? What do you need to be able to do this? Accept that challenge and use that as a motivator. Number 4, be courageous. Take risks. Try things that you never thought you would try. As the shy, insecure kid sitting here 34 years ago, I've tried a number of things, and I'm so pleased with the things that I've tried, and it's not always comfortable. I've adopted a motto from the United States Navy SEALs that is, get comfortable being uncomfortable. So think about that. That's hard. But it allows you to continue growing and continue learning. Always continue to learn. Sometimes you actually even take steps backwards, and that's okay. Sometimes they're your choice, sometimes it's not. But what it is an opportunity to take a bigger step forward in the future. Do things that you never thought were possible, and believe in yourself because you can do them. Lastly, and I think most importantly, these things are hard and take time, but I think this is foundational to being able to get to the point of doing those things. It's surround yourself with good people. People who are going to be there to support you and always have your back. There are a number of those people here tonight who have been that for me, and I thank you for that. But also, be that good person to other people. Invest time in those relationships, time and energy in those relationships. It's worth it because they will last a lifetime. I do this at work. In fact, every day I wake up and open my computer screen, look into the video screen these days, and I have a Post-it note on my computer to remind myself, how can I make a difference? How can I make someone's day better today? I'm going to end just with the title of one of my favorite songs. I'm not going to sing it, so don't worry about that. Tim McGraw's Humble and Kind. Do your best to always be humble and kind. If you do that, I believe that you will find happiness and you will create your own version of success. So with that, I'd like to extend my sincere congratulations to the class of 2022. and to all your families and friends and loved ones who are here to celebrate with you. We get one chance at this crazy thing called life, and make it a great one for you and everybody around you. Take the time to step back, look back, and acknowledge your accomplishments. Recognize the challenges. There will be challenges. But most importantly, make it fun. Thank you for this honor and for this opportunity. Congratulations.
Great job, Todd. And good evening. First and foremost, I just want to take this opportunity to say how grateful I am to have us all here tonight. To see your smiling faces without mask mandates, without quarantines, without social distancing and capacity limitations. It certainly is a great feeling to be back to normal, even if perhaps it is short-lived. On behalf of the Mount Markham Board of Education, administration, faculty, staff, and students, thank you for joining us here this evening. Before we get started, I would like to recognize 12 retirees with a combined 343 years of service to the district. The longevity of these individuals highlights why Mount Markham is such a special place. As Mr. Zampetti already mentioned, I'm just going to read the names of our current retirees. We can save our applause to the end. Starting with our elementary school, kindergarten teacher Jane Flanagan, retiring with 36 years of service to the district. From the middle school, math teacher Henry Weiss with 13 years of service. Science teacher Elaine Ojeda with 29 years of service. Our principal, teacher, and coach Don Yerke with 30 years of service to the district. And from our transportation department, mechanic Paul Lentz, 14 years, driver Tom Goodenough, 25 years, driver Tammy Goodenough, 27 years, secretary Belva Lentz with 28 years, driver and monitor Helena Christian with 50 years, and Bill Salamaka with a remarkable 58 years of service to the district. Lastly, our food service department, we celebrate Colleen Fitch with 30 years of service, and our technology department, 25 years of service through the Morrick and 3 at Mount Markham, Lori Yeager. Thank you all for your dedication to the district. I'm honored and privileged to be standing here before you to participate in one of life's greatest milestones for our graduates and their families. The diplomas that our students will receive today symbolize the work not only of the students, but are the culmination of all the work done by the school community and the students' families. Thank you to our parents, guardians, family members, and friends. Watching our kindergarten graduation just 3 days ago is an amazing reminder of how fleeting time can be. Please take some time over the weekend to cherish these moments with your children and share some stories and laughters from the past 13 years. To our graduates, what impresses me the most about your class is your ability to persevere through unprecedented adversity. Since your sophomore year, you had to deal with the relentless and devastating impacts of COVID-19. Friday the 13th, in March of 2020, is a day that most of you will remember for the rest of your lives. An announcement was made that all schools in our area were going to shut down. But don't worry, they told you it was only going to be 2 weeks. No one knew what to think of this. Some students were happy, some were sad, and others were scared. It's hard to believe 2 weeks turned into 2 years. Yet here you are, more than 2 years later, smiling, persevering, and together stronger than ever. The pandemic had more long-term and worldwide consequences than we could ever begin to imagine. You have endured every uncertainty of the COVID-19 era and face unprecedented educational challenges, changes, and experiments. Some all not that good. You persevered through a global pandemic for the first time in over 100 years since the Spanish flu of 1918. Let's take a moment to reflect on what this class had to go through. These remarkable individuals had to bear the burden of reopening plans, seating charts, mask mandates, mask breaks, mass protests, social distancing, temperature screenings, daily attestations, the proximity rule, PCR versus antigen test, PPE, symptomatic versus asymptomatic, close contacts, hand sanitizers, face shields, isolation versus quarantines, contact tracing, vaccinated, fully vaccinated, and booster shots, a bizarre shortage of toilet paper, remote instruction, hybrid instruction, synchronous learning, asynchronous learning, packets of homeworks, meal kits, meal deliveries, Khajiit hotspots, unreliable Wi-Fi, Chromebooks, double bus runs, prom in the parking lot, test to stay, the travel ban, essential workers, plastic sneeze guard barriers that magically kept COVID away, overflow classrooms, orange, yellow, and red micro clusters, eating lunch in the bleachers of the gymnasium, 14-day positivity rates, ventilation, the difference between cleaning, sanitizing, disinfecting, and deep cleanings, the logic of playing sports with masks on, especially wrestling, conflicting messages from 4 different health departments, the CDC, New York State Department of Health, the governor, and a relentless barrage of parent square messages from your superintendent. I don't know about you, but I hope to never say those words again. The COVID pandemic has taken a lot from the graduating class of 2022. However great, these losses do not define you any more than a loss defines a winning team that loses the championship game. You are stronger and better because of this. You have amazed me with your perseverance and courage to continue forward despite the obstacles beyond your control. You are ready to take on the challenges of the real world because you already have. It's never been about the pandemic defining you. It's never been about what you lost along the way. It's always been about what you have become. It has shaped your character and made you stronger for tomorrow. And here are 3 lessons that have been learned. 1, adversity builds character. The key to longevity is resilience, and you are certainly more resilient from this experience. Don't let any of the challenges and obstacles that life throws at you keep you down. 2nd, you have been forced to achieve at a higher level of patience. There is no perfect path towards adulthood. When your path gets a little less than perfect, don't waste your time with excuses or blaming someone else. Instead, ask yourself, at what point could I have made different choices and had a better outcome? Have the strength and the courage to own your choices. Lastly, you've been given the gift of time, which is the most precious and limited resource we have. You have learned the value of relationships, and the social bonds are remade, not forgotten. You've created stronger bonds with families and friends. Cherish those moments. In closing, we live in the greatest country in the world. Cherish and protect the freedoms that your ancestors fought and died for. Go into this world in the pursuit of happiness and the American dream. As JFK once said, it's not what your country can do for you, it's what you can do for your country. Put on your work boots or shoes every day, roll up your sleeves, put forth an honest day's of work, and be the best at whatever job or career path you choose to follow. As you move beyond the walls of this school, I wish you success in reaching your goals and accomplishing your dreams. Most importantly, I wish you happiness and joy in your lives. Congratulations and best of luck to the class of 2022.
Welcome, everyone. First, I'd like to thank the class of 2022 for providing me with a rewarding professional experience. It seems like yesterday we had freshman orientation. You were quiet, shy, and small. That's changed a little. Now you're just a few brief moments from becoming alumni. My job as a principal of a high school provides one of the greatest gifts. I get to watch kids grow into young adults. I see the successes and failures, the victories and losses, the smiles and the tears, whether it be from a sporting event, an academic endeavor, or a social issue. You change from a freshman, who usually don't even notice or think of the world around them, to a young adult ready to go out and change that world for the better. I appreciate being part of your life during this period of immense growth. It is truly rewarding and an enlightening experience, and I thank you for that. Now, no graduation speech would be complete without some advice. Though, like I said at practice yesterday, or on Wednesday, you heard me talk for 4 years. If I haven't got through you yet, this super awesome speech probably won't do it. The growth I talked about has just begun. Don't ever stop growing and learning. Mistakes will be made. Learn and grow from them. You will be treated unfairly. Remain kind, but learn and grow from them. Sorry to say, failures will continue to happen. Learn and grow from them. As it's been for the last 4 years, every tear offers a lesson. Those moments with the most tears tend to teach the best lessons and lead to the most growth. Don't shy away from those precious moments. I hope you remember your time here fondly at Mount Markham. Good luck and God bless. Before I present the candidates with their diplomas, I call upon our Board of Education Vice President, Mr. James Kolzak, to please come forward. Mr. Kolzak, I certify that the members of the graduating class of 2022 have met all state and local requirements necessary to receive their high school diplomas.
Would row 1 please stand? Catherine Mary Huntley. Sarah Josephine Thayer. Lauren Elise Jones. Delaney R. Beardsley. Madeline Grace Washburn. Jeremiah N. Boyko. Annie Rose Carroll. Madison N. Clark. Jacob L. Doms. Enrico Joseph Denza, Jr. Good job. Jordan R. Dietz. Griffin Patrick Doyle. Samantha Doyle. Thomas James Fallon. Riley Thomas Jones. Emily Jean Oliver. Row 1, please be seated.
Would row 2 please stand? Christopher David Pickowitz. Amber East Piersma. Jack W. Reed. Elizabeth M. Welch. Kestrel June Zimpel. Adam J. Ali. Kyle E. Altrock. Alex Oliver Arkema. Vincent G. Bailey. Haley Grace Behringer. Aiden N. Beecraft. Audrey Florence Benedict. Hayden Michael Bennett. Emma May Bevins. Alexander M. Bronson. Row 2, please be seated.
Would row 3 please stand? Kelly James Cooley. Hunter G. Krim. Laura Culver. Beata Monet Curtis. Jessica Davis. Aiden Joseph DeForest. Olivia Marie DeKing. Gabrielle Karen Dixon. Maggie M. Doremus. Kirsty Rose Dowd. Kyle Doyle. Ryan Edson. Luke C. Edwards. Matthew P. Evans. Caitlin Marie Feldman. Row 3, please be seated.
Would row 4 please stand? Harrison Fellows III. Aiden Ferris. Marshall Fire Hoke. Dylan Robert Gibson. Samuel C. Haar. Keegan J. Harder. Lillian Grace Hogue. Zachary Danforth Hogue. Zoe Elizabeth Hoke. Mariah Lynn Hungerford. Weston L. Kelly. We just wanted him out of the school. Alexis Renee Kimball. Emma Marie Kashenda. Addie Lillian Land. Michael Larkin Jr. Brady R. Lendahl. Row 4, please be seated.
Would row 5 please stand? Erickson Lean. Kennedy Lewis. Riley Rochelle Manwaran. Alicia Paige Mayton. Dylan McMahon.
Tanley E. Monty. Alyssa Marie Northrup. Adriana Naomi Owens. Dylan Paschke. Hannah C. Picola.
Way to go, HP!
Timothy J. Phelps. Noelle Marie Placonica. Chloe Elizabeth Taylor Poland. Madison Raina Radzowitz. Connor J. Roberts. Samuel Raggi. Row 5, please be seated.
Would row 6 please stand? Grace A. Sauer. Michaela Rose Schoonover. Montana Shore. Shauna M. Simmons. Haley J. Smith. Jordan Michael Sprague.
Can you see it?
Olivia Steffen. Thomas Stubley. Kale Wellenstein. Hamid Williams. Savannah Ray Williams. John Allen Wolanski. Nicholas Edward Wolanski. Jeremiah Johnson Wood. Jacob J. Wistosely. Row 6, please be seated.
Would the graduates please stand? You now may turn your tassels to the left. It is now my privilege to officially present the graduated class of 2022.